It's time we had a talk. Let's be frank here, for years, when it comes to obsessive and passionate NBA fans voting on their favorite players to take center stage during the All-Star Game, most tend to vote as if they're 14 gin and tonics in with one hand on their computer phone while the other is dexterously texting the one ex that dragged them to the premiere of one of those Twilight movies. Flagrant decisions all around. On Thursday, the first returns for the 2019 NBA All-Star Game came out. Lots of info here, and needless to say, while some absolutely make sense, others are what you would basically expect disillusioned fans to vote for in a blind, inebriated state of consciousness. First round of fan voting for All-Star is in. Fans, 50%, players, 25%. But really that just creates the pool of players that the highest vote-getters in each conference will draft from. Playground style pick.twitter.com/chick8ib. Rachel Nichols, @Rachel__Nichols, January 3, 2019. Let's do a quick rundown of the standouts on western side of the list, shall we? The Wonder Boy Luka Doncic, 679,839 votes. If you think I'm going to seriously refer to this kid as the Matador, or El Matador, you must be severely concussed and in need of medical attention. If you've been actually paying attention to what's happening in Dallas, Doncic should be no surprise to this list in the least. Heck, he just won Rookie of the Month in the West again. However, the fact that he's trailing only LeBron James is beyond any Texan's wildest dreams. When this list dropped, Viagra was rendered useless in the city because Luka fans now had these first returns to turn them on. We're good for a new one of these every 2 weeks or so. Pick.twitter.com/JCJW1MB. Dalton Trigg, @Dalton_Trigg, January 3, 2019. In his rookie year with the Dallas Mavericks, Doncic has put up 19.5 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 5 assists per. Not to mention the fact that his playful reactions to pretty much everything from seeing himself on the Jumbotron, to winking at journalists who are simply admiring his sneakers. Fans love them some Luka and shouldn't be crucified for it. His stats say everything. What's even more luminous, the Wunderkind has a slim lead over Kevin Durant in the West currently, who has 659,968 votes to Luka's 679.839. Knowing both the fan and player reaction to the rookie, I expect this slim lead to gain some weight and put some distance between the two. If Doncic makes it into the All-Star Game, he would be the first rookie to start an All-Star Game in 15 years. Yao Ming, 2003. Boogie DeMarcus Cousins, 92,977 votes. Let's be clear here. Personally, I'll be the first person to tell you that DeMarcus Cousins hung the moon. The man is on a journey to bounce back and literally bitch-slap all his naysays after suffered an Achilles injury while chasing a loose effing ball in the final seconds of the New Orleans Pelicans-Houston Rockets last year. Cousins signed a one-year, $5.3 million deal with the Golden State Warriors over the offseason and has been actively working toward his first start of the 2018-19 NBA season. The thing is, he has even yet to play a single game with the Dubs. And yet, the man who smells like a waterfall after a rainstorm, I assume, has made the early results list. This feels like a cruel joke. If you remember Boogie's face when the camera panned over him sitting in his wheelchair as they announced his name at the 2018 All-Star, you'll understand what I'm talking about. He was wearing the facial expression of a man who just watched his coach run over his new puppy with a big rig, then had the dog stuffed and run over again for the sake of getting some desperate point across. In all honesty, I love that Cousins is this still beloved by his fan base, but what's the end game here? He's going to have his first game back with the Dubs shortly, before the All-Star Game, and then gleefully start only to turn to the left a little too hard while on defense and re-aggravate his Achilles. No, Boogie doesn't deserve that. Next. MR Carte Blanche at Derrick Rose, 698,086. I'd laugh if I wasn't so damn disturbed. I'm going to assume that everyone was trying to reenact their favorite scenes from Bird Box, and just accidentally voted for this guy while wearing a blindfold. Minnesota Timberwolves guard Derrick Rose has had a pretty turbulent past. I'm not referring to his ACL injury here, I'm referring to the failing of a broken education system that decided to not include consent on their word of the day toilet paper. A potentate he is not, but yet thanks to his career-high 50-point game against the Utah Jazz way back in October, fans have conveniently adjusted their beer goggles and voted for him multiple times, pushing him 150,000 votes ahead of James Harden, a man who leads the NBA in scoring 33.3 points per. Even though Rose is shooting 46.2 from the outside, him placing directly under Stephen Curry seems quixotic. Especially since the impotent Timberwolves are scrambling at 13th place in the West. I'm just going to assume my time machine worked and we're suddenly back in 2011. Whatever, fight me. The fruit of LeVar Ball, Lonzo Ball, 175,040. Here we have LeVar Ball stepping out of LeBron James's shadow for the first time in a while. Most bombastic Los Angeles Lakers fans enjoy yelling from the rafters to anyone who has even the slightest sense of sound that Lonzo Ball is the best point guard in the league. Now, do we want to take the frangible word of a Laker fan at face value? Sure, they can go red in the face talking about Ball in terms of basic movement on the court and how amazeballs he's going to be in the future. Yet last night Ball looked like a drowning meerkat on the free throw line. Lakers fans will go out of their way to rack up Lonzo's votes while sitting in cluster F***. During Wednesday night's game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, Ball went 1 of 5 from the line and was heckled by his own fans when he missed one. During the game itself, Ball only scored 3 points in 35 minutes on the court. Lonzo Ball gets booed by Lakers fans for missing free throw. Pic.twitter.com/MDPPCSPLOE GidSports @GidSports, January 3, 2019. Should free throw shooting percentage, 45%, affect Ball's place in the All-Star game? Against the big boys, yes. Especially since he shoots like he's the poor sightless girl from Little House on the Prairie. Sure, that hasn't stopped others in the past, but Lonzo will just look out of his league when paired up with these other guys. He's just not there yet, despite whatever his dad likes saying to the media as he screams like a crazy homeless man on the corner of Wilshire and Western about how his balls are the best. I'm talking about his kids, clearly. Based on this early voting result, I'm going to have to say that the system in which players are voted in by the fans, and players and media, is pretty dizzy, and the league's biggest popularity contest where most of the losers get an asterisk next to their names for the rest of their careers, asterisk, cough, cough, De'Aaron Fox overball, cough, asterisk. If we're going based on sheer talent and analytics, some of these players mentioned wouldn't be on this particular list. Period. A round of voting is coming, good people. Sober up.